40k Inquisitor Martyr. I would be continuing with the Fallout 4, but it turns out that one mod, the Cleaner Settlements, it doesn't quite work with loading. So, yeah, there's that. So instead, until I can figure out a way to get that really fixed, we're gonna go ahead and focus on this. Let's see. We'll drop the music down to about 80. 85. Video sound speech. 90. Turn off that. Perfect. Oh, hello and welcome to the stream. I'm not sure if you were here when I mentioned why we're not continuing with Fallout. There's just there's been a slight hiccup with a mod, which always happens with mods. It's always a risk we take when we go to use them, and in the case of Fallout 4 it was a matter of, well, the mod no longer being, well, the mod has an issue with loading, so I wasn't able to get consistent loads when I was trying to experiment a little bit on Wednesday. So yeah, spent yesterday trying to get that fixed to be able to stream it, and that didn't work. So we're going to be playing some 40k, and let's see, no, Collects Assassin, not Psyker. We're going to go with the Tech Priest. Well, Tech Adept. Now let's see. Oh. Let's see. Spheric targeting. Plus 50% range damage bonus. When a construct takes damage, you heal for 1% of max. Okay. Necromantic. Let's see. Arcane Tech Armor. Though I do like the idea of starting it. Yep. We're gonna go Skitarii. Story mode? No. Campaign missions. Ew. It's way too easy. We're just gonna do a standard normal. We're also gonna make this a seasonal character, just so that way it's on the charts. And yeah, we'll go ahead and just use War Benefactor for this, and there we go. We're all set with our Skitarii Ranger. Oh, are you... the fuck? Then why did it... Okay, what about... Let me go ahead and make a new character, see if that's the issue I have. We'll go ahead and use Psyker then? Perils of the Warp, just for the sheer fun of it. Hello and welcome to the stream. Right now I'm trying to see if I can't force my way into some early stuff, otherwise I might close out the stream and start a new, or attempt to start a new run on vanilla Fallout 3, but we'll see. are hellbent. So, okay, so it won't let me play this Qatari. So, slightly off. Let's see, it is the 41st millennium and there is no peace amongst the stars. The Imperium Man is besieged from all sides by the Xenos races and slowly rotting away from the inside, tainted by the Chaos Gods. Inquisitors are autonomous, powerful agents who wage a great secret war for mankind. They fight in the shadows and nothing is beyond their authority. They are the judges and the executioners.
Inquisitor's log. Classified report for later transmission. I am closing on the source of the inquisitorial distress signal I was assigned to investigate. It has an ancient encryption used by the Holy Orders. It's authentic, but extremely old. The intensity of the Caligari warp searches is beyond anything I've experienced. There were many delays during the journey, but the coordinates I received from the Caligari Conclave finally led me to this desolate system. The signal is coming from a battered fortress monastery. It got through the warp surges with considerable loss of data, and my astropath has been unable to decipher it. I will personally investigate the source of this mysterious signal.
And if there's any lore being thrown around, I'd be more than happy to answer any questions regarding
this is your captain speaking. I'm still trying to hail the monastery, but I get no response.
The hull looks intact, though. I think it was simply abandoned a very long time ago.
Then what do you expect to find over there?
Something that once belonged to the Inquisition. And lots of empty halls.
Sounds exciting. I've instructed your pilots to land on the hangar deck.
Stand by and wait for my signal.
So, what Fortress Monastery is in 40K there is a faction called, well, a sub-faction of the Imperium of Man called
Inquisitor,
the Space Marines.
the automatic defense system has been activated. The turrets are attacking you. Do you...
You know, for a Valkyrie, that took several plasma blasts pretty okay. Yeah, Fortress Monasteries, be they planet-based or ship-based, are home bases for the military might of the Adeptus Astartes, or the Space Marines. And the chapters that reside in them, most of the time only about 1,000 members strong per chapter, but a single chapter of Space Marines is the equivalent of the entire military might of present-day Earth. So, might not sound like all that many, but a full chapter of Space Marines can wipe out an entire planet's population in just a couple of months.
Captain, do you copy? Captain Van Winter, can you hear me? Strange. Box communication is jammed, and I can't use my teleporter device. Something must be disturbing my signal. I will record everything in my audio log in case I don't return. Inquisitorial log, new entry. While attempting to dock in the hangar of an unknown fortress monastery, my transport took heavy fire. I suspect that the automatic weapon systems were activated, but I don't yet know why. The transport has been destroyed, along with my equipment. My pilot is dead. I will pray for him later.
And the Imperium of Man has become... Initially it was supposed to be a very secular-based society, per the Emperor's wishes. But then... about 10,000, sometime over the 10,000 years, the Emperor was, let's see, okay, next interact. About some point in the 10,000 years after the Emperor got put onto Golden Life support, they went from revering him as just a really powerful man to a god.
Interesting. Mindless servitors were created for menial tasks, but having a flesh drone just for operating the door seems excessive. Open the door.
Servitors, they're actually one of the less dark things about the 40k verse. Oh yeah, I've already gotten that figured out. Cogitator.
Ah, an ancient cogitator. Let's see if the tech prayers still hold. It might have information about this place.
Alright. Diagnostics logs, warning verifying current status, inadequate data collated, last maintenance logged, millennium. Oh wow, this thing has been abandoned for over 3,000 years. Let's see, Geller shield compromised, current rate of impairment estimated, prayers maintenance required for the following zones, catalog zone, failed warning, invocations of blessed recalibration required in the following zones. Okay, corrupted data.
Just as I suspected. It's a pile of rust. Well, at least I found some interesting diagnostics. I should check all the cogitators on the ship for other details.
Okay. Yeah, over 3,000.
New log entry. Bodies everywhere. The putrid stench of death. Horrible wounds still ooze blood. What unholy beast stalks these halls, I wonder?
There's gotta be a demon around here somewhere then.
What have we got here? A weapon. It does protect his loyal subjects.
Alright. Like that thing. That is okay. That was interesting. So Chaos does some funky things in the Materium. Oh,
a manifestation of chaos. Will it cleanse your taint from here?
And not any chaos. That's
I feel the contagion of chaos seeping into the walls. I taste the despair in the air. This illness must be purged before it's too late.
Absolutely. There it is. Okay.
The price I pay for power.
Where do we need to get that thing to land? Oh, right here. I don't know what those things are.
New log entry. I've found a room tainted by the filth of chaos. There is also a tech priest maintenance shrine with a functioning cogitator.
Alright, incident log. The Martyr opened fire on an approaching road trader vessel, causing considerable damage and loss of life. on the targeted ship. Teleportarium signals are regularly jammed, blocking entry and exit to and from the monastery. Let's see. Confessions of the related personnel during the penitence hearings. Records not found. Conclusion: after thorough investigation and questioning, I can safely claim that no personnel were involved in the incident. Defense turrets open fire without any human involvement, and the signal blocking the teleportation attempts is generated automatically. Probable cause: system malfunction. Progress initiated. Maintenance fraternity waiting confirmation had emergency cogitators installed on hangar deck and maintain cogitators in the control room. Okay.
I found new information. There's an emergency cogitator nearby where I could turn off the jamming signals.
Gotta be something to those, and whatever the hell that is. Deactivate the box jammer.
Open the door.
It is in the walls now. Everywhere. Taint. In the machines.
By the Emperor. What foul abomination is this? Mindless servitor sputtering gibberish. I smell corruption. Exciting. Mind the door, please.
Okay, now we have some general cultists running around.
Foul heretics! Let my powers cleanse you from your sins.
So, the overall thing with Chaos is you have to be pretty careful with how you deal with them. Because depending on whatever their goal could be, it could even just be the self-sacrifice of themselves in combat.
Finally, that's the cogitator that will disable the jammer.
And yeah, there's a lot of...
I couldn't turn off the teleportation jammer, but the Vox should be fine now. Captain Van Winter, can you hear me?
Inquisitor, finally! I thought we'd lost you.
It would have been quite convenient for you, I suppose.
Trust me, I'm on your side. I'm not saying I don't want my ship back, but who would clear my name if you died in battle?
Your loyalty is quite admirable, Captain.
Also, yeah, Inquisitors, they're basically allowed to do whatever they want and not be questioned by anybody. The only authority an Inquisitor can answer to is either the High Lords of Terra or another Inquisitor. And yeah, as the intro had said, everything the Inquisitors does is in the shadows, or tries to stay in the shadows as best as possible. Okay. Crush is a fun one. Okay. So, on to making contact. Yeah, the overall lore behind 40K, there's so much to it. Trying to pick one thing to stay on topic with is really tough to do, because everything makes you want to branch out to something more. In all reality, it takes the entire lore of the Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, Star Trek, Dune, and makes it look like it's only that big in comparison to this. And even this is still pretty small for
Our Argos have picked up a Vox signal not far from your location. It is transmitting on an Imperial channel. It could be important.
I'm on my way there.
Alright. New tutorial. Okay. Bog standard stuff. Exploding. Oh, yeah. Oh, L1 and R1. Okay, so I'm going to need to start breaking off this stuff if I can. But with all
By
this...
the Emperor!
What have you found down there, Inquisitor?
A vile display of cruelty and madness. A sacrifice to the dark gods and their acolytes prowling these decks.
In other words, there's something on that ship that requires human sacrifice. Wonderful.
And I keep saying Nurgle, and the reason for that is he is the chaos god of rot and corruption. He also is the maker of every disease known throughout the entire galaxy. And every single day he is making a new disease. That's all he focuses on. But every single thing that he creates, he truly has a fatherly love for. Same with all of his followers. To Nurgle, there is no difference in importance between the single cell of a flu virus to his greatest
A cruel
champion.
tool of mindless destruction. I'm sure it'll be useful on this ship.
He loves all of it equally, and all he wants is all of his followers, all of his creations to just be happy.
A proper welcome committee at last. That grenade could be useful now.
Oh. So that's how an autocannon is used. I like it. I'm really hoping we get to fight a demon prince here soon. What does this cogitator have to say? Okay. Metric, transcriptor enabled, node, martyr, sector, cal 9, deck 13 alpha. Let's see, I hope you are reading this. This is the safest way for us to communicate. If they find out we are planning they'll execute us. Hide your messages in the maintenance sermons and make them look like simple devotional notes. We need to plan our next step. There are huge problems on the research decks. The Red Sanctum has been quarantined. Alert corruptive code influx. Note B. I received your message by the Emperor. This is bad. Same down here. Nobody knows where the martyr is headed. And with Uther holed up in the Sanctum and his seconds in charge plotting against him, I have no idea where to turn. No A. Uther will be our death. Think about it. He promised us immortality and glory for the Imperium, and now we have what? Those things in the Dark Zone? We must get out of here immediately, or we shall soon join the others. Okay. So, looks like the tech adepts were possibly justifiably worried. Can't quite blame them for that. Especially when you have
The glory of the Emperor!
really weird, freaky shit going on that can't be explained.
I have found a corpse of an Imperial soldier. I'll take his data slate. It could contain a recording that could shed some light on what happened here.
Ooh. A corrupted dreadnought. That's gonna be fun. Hello and welcome to the stream. There we go. Ooh.
I found the body of a fallen Adeptus Astartes.
What? Did you just say that there was a dead space marine down there?
He must have been a member of that unlucky Imperial reconnaissance team I found.
Allow me to clarify that. You only found pieces of them, so it'll be just you against something that tore apart one of the mightiest champions of the Imperium.
Don't jump to any conclusions just yet, Captain. It could easily be more than one creature.
Yeah, I mean, it is chaos we're talking about, so anything involving that could be who knows what.
For the Emperor, do you think a horde can withstand my powers?
That's definitely Nurglings. Anything over here I can try to grab? Nope. Just more sealed off bulkheads. Nothing too much there. Yeah, Nurglings, they're also really cute. Also kind of feel bad for them.
Team Sigma, this is Chaos Thorn speaking. Team Sigma, come in.
I'm afraid Team Sigma won't be responding anytime soon.
What? Who are you, and what are you doing there? Taking a stroll on the decks? By the Emperor!
Mind your manners. I'm an Inquisitor, and I don't tolerate...
An Inquisitor? About bloody time. I thought your lot had followed Lord Klosterheim into the Dark Zone. Listen, we're under heavy attack in the control room, so I'd appreciate it if you could join us while we deliver the Emperor's will until our most triumphant death. Thorn out.
New log entry. I established connection with someone from an Imperial expedition on the ship, but he is clearly confusing me with someone else.
Treasure box. Yay. Alright. What have I got in my inventory? Do I have 4 staff? Let's see. Okay. Yeah. Oh, that force rod's still better. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're just gonna go with the force rod. We'll put that in. There we go. So, still have. Okay. Should be pretty okay with this setup. Really looking forward to the Demon of Nurgle we'll be fighting on this ship. And there's a demon that is under Nurgle's control called just the Beast of Nurgle. Their lore, it's really sad for them because when they're on a battlefield, they just wreak havoc everywhere. But they view everything as wanting to play with them, but they're so rough when they play that everything just dies. And so their beating on something until it dies is them just having fun and thinking that that something is playing back. But then when the thing dies, the Beast of Nurgle gets sad because it thinks that that thing it just killed doesn't want to play with them anymore. Which over time, they then get so sad they cocoon themselves, and they burst out as bloatflies, which are really just really big bugs that spit poison everywhere. And it's actually a manifestation of its grief, that poison it's spitting, that is just full of all this nasty plague and virulence. So it goes from being a happy dog, thinking it's playing with everything, to a depressed thing just getting all of its angst out on everything.
It's Thorn again. Another wave of filth is on its way to face me in a glorious carnage. I want your help as soon as possible.
Careful, Thorn. That was dangerously close to insolence, and you are definitely confusing me with
You are an Inquisitor, which is enough for me right now. The whole deck is swarming with the local mongrel tribes, and they've sent their champions to rally the troops. I need you to eliminate these creatures.
So you're heading to the control room to disable the jammer?
That's the plan, yes.
And who is this Caius Thorn exactly?
Quite a character. Otherwise, I have no idea. He seems to think that I'm a member of his mysterious expedition.
If there is an expedition, they might be trapped in that monastery just like you.
Why do you think so?
I made a scan. That giant wreckage looks completely dead from here. No sign of any other voidcraft in the vicinity.
There we go. But I am definitely liking the Diablo-esque nature of this.
I've eliminated the first tribal champion. I wonder if these mongrel tribes are the descendants of the original inhabitants. I guess I'll know more soon.
It's actually quite possible, because every single capital ship like this would have a very fair number of hydroponics and things of that.
are you faring, Inquisitor?
Considering that I'm alone, I'd say I'm making adequate progress.
Alone? Where's the rest of your detachment?
Under some smoldering wreckage.
Well, that's unlucky. But that's all the more demons for us to kill. Let us rejoice in the furious challenge. Thorn out.
So I'm kind of wanting to go back and see why I may have missed back here, but yeah, the overall lore of 40K, I've been obsessed with the franchise since Dawn of War. Personally, as far as tabletop goes, I really do enjoy the Blood Angels, though some people do. They are space vampires, but they're also, they have some of the more sad facts about them. Alright, this is the thrice blessed Fortress Monastery Martyr, category A3 research vessel of the Holy Ordos under the leadership of Lord Inquisitor Luther Tiberius. We seek aid from the brothers and sisters of the Adeptus Mechanicus. The Martyr is on a highly important research pilgrimage from Segmentum Pacificus to the Sigil subsector, en route to the Caligari sector. The Martyr was caught up in a severe warp anomaly, and the Geller field suffered considerable damage. We need an emergency overhaul in the orbital dry docks of Koshi Prime as soon as possible. May the Emperor be with you. So, again, like I said, as things come up, I'm going to explain it. I'm trying to figure out where to start as far as the whole Geller fields go, and space travel in general. So in order to go beyond faster than light travel, ships have to jump through what's called the warp, which is where the home of chaos is.
The filth of chaos has retreated from my door. Regrouping, I'd say. I take it you killed the tribal champions.
Yes, I purged the place.
How ambitious! I like that. But believe me, there is still much work to be done. You'll find a desecrated shrine next door that leads to the control room. Go there.
So, in order to travel faster than light, you have to take a trip into the warp. In the warp, that's where demons live. You kill a demon, it's still going to come back after maybe a nanosecond to 5 billion years. It's the warp. Time has no true meaning there. However, the Geller fields actually...
Thorn, I've reached the end of this subdeck.
Good. There is the exit. Some of my men will meet you on the other side, but plenty of them have been captured. I'll need your help to set them free.
Absolutely. Geller fields project a bubble of real space around the ship, kind of creating a barrier between the ship and the warp, so demons can't just pop in. But Geller fields aren't perfect. They do fail, or they do develop holes through them just enough that demons can slip on through. And that is very bad news for everybody on board the ship. Ooh, plasma pistol. Oh, fuck yeah. Side focus. Okay. So let's actually work on our character sheet. So Mind Rift. So I don't have any access to any of those. Cool. I don't have any available points there. Looks like our max level would be 100. Cool. Alright, what about our passives? Area of effect, don't really care for that. But psychic combat. Exploit weakness. Ultimately we want to get to there. Deny the warp would be a good one to get. And yeah, we're gonna focus on psychic combat since we are a psyker. Hello and welcome to the stream. And we also had something else pop up into our inventory. So I am plant. That's I thought I saw we also had, yeah, las pistol. Oh, I can't unless I have an idea. No, it's all two-handed. Okay, there we go. So I can have my pistol and my calculator. Hopefully I can find let's see, sort by rarity first. Yeah. Okay, so I have plenty of inventory slots, so I don't have to worry about any of that. Where did I leave off about the whole Gellerfield and warp travel? So yeah, it's also entirely possible for ships to be lost to the warp for extended periods of time. Great example is Battlefleet Gothic. At the end of that, your ship goes off into the warp to try to jump to get to where it's being called to. At the start of Battlefleet Gothic 2, your ship shows up 200 years later. For you, it felt like it was...
This is just the calm before the storm. Take advantage of the respite before the wretches return. At least, I can send you some reinforcements. The hostiles are keeping some of my scouts caged up in the desecrated sanctum. Free the guardsmen and bring them to the control room.
So for the crew of
At your command.
Okay, so I have some Space Marines. For the crew of that capital ship that went through the warp, it felt like it was only just a few days travel. But in real space, it was so much more than that.
That was most remarkable. New log entry. This sanctum gives me the shivers. The iconography is clearly imperial in origin, and it points to an ancient sect. But the details of these statues look strange to...
Huh. I wonder why that cut off. So... Oh, hell yeah. I am a big fan of this last pistol now.
I will rip your mind.
Oh, that was stupid of me. Hopefully I didn't accidentally kill a Space Marine there. Doesn't look like I did, there's still 4 of them. So this is... Oh, corpse, what have you got on you? Alright, first analysis. I need to modify my early estimate of the age of this magnificent ship. The pre-Thorian symbolism and the content of the prayer book indicates ancient heritage sometime between the 35th and 36th millennium. The potential connection to the Age of Apostasy indicates fascinating prospects. I must admit that some of our discoveries are unique, almost radical in nature, especially the pieces directly connected to Uther Tiberius and his sect. The adornments and other elements are clearly imperial in origin on the ship, but the details, like the winged statues, all suggest a cult that used to be imperial, but which has been lost or subsequently purged from the archive. Let's see, the techno-archaeologist was baffled by the first radium-carbon results. This must be a rather bold statement since he lacks facial features, emotions, and soul, but he looked almost shocked. Damn his inconclusive results. He tried to argue about the age of this emperor-forsaken derelict. But I am certain about my analysis, and a bit troubled. The mural about the Scarlet Apotheosis and the Imperium beyond was unsettling to say the least. The angel of death growing more grim with each passing hour. May the Emperor have mercy upon our souls.
Take it like a man, God.
It's really hard to tell if... Because the 36th millennium, that is after the death of Sanguinius, Primarch of the Blood Angels, who died in the 30th millennium during the Horus Heresy. So, the winged statues is rather peculiar for those, but they do have iron halos on them.
Who are you?
Alright. Treasure chest, yay. Got one. Lots of shit, damn. Alright, so we'll go free some of these captured Space Marines real quick. And even the fact that Space Marines are
Ready to fight.
practically immortal except for lethal damage.
We don't have much time, Inquisitor. Hurry up and take as many guardsmen with you as you can.
The oldest living, by technicality, the oldest, I'm putting this in quotes, Space Marine has been around since the 30th millennium. Let's see, it's Bjorn Bellhammer, if I'm thinking right. He is actually a dreadnought for the Space Marines, or the Space Marines, the Space Wolves. So he, as far as I can remember right now, he's the only survivor from that point in time. with the exception of the Emperor. The next oldest Space Marine would be Dante, the chapter master of the Blood Angels themselves. And he's been around for over 1,000 years. And the only reason why I have a hard time saying
Humans are banging their war drums, calling up the filth of chaos from the caverns of the ship. If you want to know what a real battle looks like, I suggest you join me as soon as you can.
En route. The only reason why I have a hard time saying a Dreadnought is a true survivor is Dreadnoughts are piloted by Space Marines who have been so mortally wounded in combat, their bodies no longer truly function anymore. They're put into what's called a sarcophagus, which is, for all intents and purposes, a life support system that lets them mentally control the machine of the Dreadnought itself. It's kind of a...
Inquisitor, our Argos are starting to pick up huge waves of hostiles approaching your position. Can you hold them off on your own?
Oh,
You are addressing a servant of the Imperium who must be watchful all the time, lest corruption consumes his soul. I'm quite resilient.
So what is your plan?
Yes, the power we draw upon takes so many shapes and forms. A touch of righteous violence, maybe. Or perhaps something more refined. I think I'll improvise.
I'll have the transport ship ready, just in case.
So, it's one of those situations of you were not good enough to stay alive on the front lines, but you are too good of a soldier to have stayed dead. For most Space Marines, it's viewed as one of the greatest honors, with the exception of the White Scars chapter, who... It's not so much of an honor as much as it is a form of hell. White Scars, their Space Marine chapter that basically loves murder racing, is the nice way of putting it. They even modify their tanks to the point of scrapping hull plating to make them go faster. Alright. Let's see. Did I pick up anything? Ooh, I got purple now. Okay, so force staves are... I don't want to lose out all that damage, though, that I can get from combined on everything. Oh, come on. Toolbar. There we go. Sigma. There we go. Yeah, we'll just go with that force staff since that gives us a little bit more. Stun mine. I don't want to go with mines. Okay, range two-handed heavy. And then for set 2, we'll go back to... Where's my good old one-handed? Yeah, get that equipped. One-handed there, and we will put... Oh, fine. There we go. Good. Now I'm all set. Yeah. There. And even successor chapters of the White Scars, they don't necessarily quite follow it to such a degree that the White Scars themselves do. And each different core chapter, because I'm just naming the founding chapters. You have Salamanders, White Scars, Ultramarines, the Iron Fists, let's see, I said Blood Angels, right? Blood Angels, Salamanders, Imperial Fists, the Iron Fists, Ultramarines. There's a couple more I can't quite seem to remember at the moment. But yeah, they all have their own different philosophies and battle doctrines.
Welcome to the Martyr, Inquisitor. Not exactly the army I imagined, but reinforcements at last.
So you do realize now that I don't belong to your expedition?
I do, and I regret the confusion. We were not expecting any guests on this Emperor-forsaken wreck. And first I thought that you must belong to Klosterheim's retinue. That fool brought a whole army of busybodies and interrogators with him.
You must tell me everything about this man, his expedition, and the Martyr. But first, I'll disable the teleport jammer.
The cogitator that overrides the jammer is 2 hallways away, and the whole control deck is swarming with feral tribes. Why do you think I'm stuck in this hole? They're keeping us pinned down in here.
Time to turn the tide together, Sergeant.
Inquisitor, we have a problem.
Okay, you picked up world skill. Okay.
Now is not a good time. Ready to fight!
Set a minefield there for those nurglings. And we'll just come up here. I'm gonna try to see if I can't sneak around, maybe? No. Alright.
Well then, that was a pleasant warm-up, wasn't it? But Inquisitor, I'm sure they will drag their filthy god here to help them out.
Their what?
We interrogated some of these tribesmen. They are all descendants of the original crew. Anyway, during centuries of drifting through the void, one of their generations forgot about our holy emperor and found new things to worship.
And what would this god be?
Madness incarnated, they call it. It could be anything, if you ask me, but nothing good.
Madness incarnate.
Inquisitor, listen to me. The monastery is...
I'm in the middle of something. Later.
This is actually going to be a little bit of a longer wait. Alright, so we have one more big wave left.
Witness my power. At your command.
Alright. I mean, I probably should have done a harder difficulty setting than just normal, but the story would have just been stupidly easy.
For the Emperor!
So I'm really hoping some level of challenge does pick up. Alright, so we're gonna...
Oh, the thundering blast of weapons. I wish my brothers were here to hear this canticle of death.
Talking about brothers, which chapter do you belong to? I'm not familiar with this iconography.
I am Sergeant Caius Thorn of the Stormwatcher Space Marines.
Explain. I don't know that chapter.
I would be truly disappointed if you did. Our existence is secret, our numbers are few, and our burden is terrible. We are the Watchers in the shadows, but rest assured, we are the sanctioned blades of the Calgary Conclave.
Doing what, exactly?
Dying gloriously during classified inquisitorial missions. Could we talk about this later?
So they could be a Raven Guard.
Inquisitor, the monastery shows signs of...
Not now.
Oh shoot, that's really... Stealth and things like that are very much in line with the Raven Guard. Their whole thing is they're more or less able to stay pretty well hidden through anything. Their Primarch actually even had an ability, like, no equipment or anything, but he was able to actually nullify his presence to any observer, pretty much rendering himself invisible, but just... So we'll drop another... Oh, shit.
Take it like a man, Godwin! You are truly doing the Emperor's work, Inquisitor. Keep it up. We've crushed their main forces. Let's move out and disable that jammer.
Before their... what? Their god arrives?
Trust me, it is already close. I wonder what it looks like.
After we've disabled the jammer, we must find Lord Closter.
Oh, yes. That two-faced hypocrite. I have already lost a battle brother because of him, and then he left me down here to die. But now, move! For the Emperor! At your command.
What was I saying? I lost my train of thought for a moment there. Corvus Corax, right. Yeah, he was able to literally wipe his presence from being recognizable to your mind. And... oh. Chaos Dreadnought.
Oh, traitorous scum! Mockery to your honor! Perish, you filth! Ah! For the
Inquisitor, what's happening down there? Are you all right?
I'm great. I've just killed a Hellbrute, a twisted mockery of a Space Marine. Praise the Emperor. I also have an Imperial Space Marine with grievous wounds, and I want to bring him aboard our ship.
Inquisitor, listen to me. The monastery has turned on the warp drives, and is ready to leave the star system. Disable the jammer now!
On it. So Hellbrutes, they have some pretty...
I've disabled the teleport jammer. At least I hope so.
Inquisitor, you must teleport back before the ship leaves. We don't know where it's headed, and worse, the Jella shields are probably compromised. Warp travel will kill you. Hurry up, you don't want to get stranded over there.
So Hellbrutes, they're the same thing as like what a Dreadnought is, except for it has a demon inside of it. on top of the Space Marine that's in it. And that Space Marine who's...
Inquisitor, are you alright?
I'm fine, Captain. I'm back on your ship, leaving the teleportarium as we speak. I need medical assistance down here for the Space Marine. What's happening to the Martyr?
It's preparing to enter the warp. I thought it was a derelict.
It is a derelict, Captain, which seems to attract the attention of both our allies and enemies. The Martyr is a mystery, but it's very much alive.
And your mystery ship is gone. What happens now?
I will notify the Caligari Conclave. Then we will wait and see.
So rather than just being interred and controlling it, the Space Marines are shoved inside of a Hellbrute. They're continuously being tortured and agonized by the demon inside of the machine until eventually the demon does fully take over. It's very... It's an agonizing process, to say the least. Almost as agonizing as what it takes to become a human to a Space Marine. Which is also a... Yeah, nothing in 40k is pretty, except for now even Paradise Worlds have their problems. Okay. Now we're
Inquisitor,
to our hub.
My astropath has sent your audio log to the Caligari Conclave, as you requested.
Let me guess. Another local warp surge manifestation swallowed the message whole.
No, actually. We have received an official follow-up on your report.
Well, that must be a mistake. It's the Imperial bureaucracy. I wasn't expecting to hear from them for a few standard years.
I have no idea what we found out there, but it must be really important. See for yourself.
Inquisitor, we are raising your clearance level. You are henceforth authorized to listen to confidential information without facing immediate excommunication. Your discovery has greatly intrigued the Conclave. You have found a ghost of the past, Inquisitor. The Martyr had strong ties to the Inquisition, and as such, it is very important to us. We all thought that the Fortress Monastery had been destroyed, with the exception of Lord Inquisitor Klosterheim. He dedicated his life to finding the Martyr, only to disappear without a trace. And now, you have proof of both the existence of the Martyr and the whereabouts of Lord Klosterheim. We want answers. Continue this investigation. Evaluate the data. Gather new clues and find the Martyr. Hopefully with Lord Klosterheim on board so he can explain his disappearance. We must remind you that this investigation requires absolute secrecy, and it will be your task, and your task alone.
Okay, yeah, we can do that, no problem.
Our task is to find a ghost ship in the vast expanses of the Imperium. How hard could it be?
The Space Marine I rescued was part of the expedition that found the Martyr somehow. If I can interrogate him, I'm sure he can help us.
That man is in stasis at the moment. He was torn into pieces. Correct me if I'm wrong, but a warrior of the Adeptus Astartes is not a simple mortal we can treat.
Indeed. We need a tech priest with unique skills and knowledge of the genetic material of the Adeptus Astartes. We need a Magos biologist specialist, which could be difficult. Indeed.
I come from a long line of rogue traders, Inquisitor. I know the secrets of this sector, and I can tell you where to find the tech priest you need. The Merciful Agony is a hospital fortress in the Chernobog system. It's also a secret research station of the Adeptus Mechanicus. You'll find a Magos Biologus there.
Okay. Oh. This fortune reduce the armor. Oh. Okay. Man Colossus. Yay. So let's see, we got some... No new mail. Okay, so that's just all of that there. Stasis casket. Alright, so let's go through my inventory real fast. Oh, hell yeah, plasma pistol? I would much rather have a plasma pistol, even though... Let's see, it can't be dual wield to access 3rd and 4th skill, or... Yeah. Yeah, the risk with overheating a plasma pistol does outweigh its negatives a little bit. Let's see, sort by rarity, or yeah, let's sort by level. Ooh, okay. Let's see, yes. Psychic focus. Psychic focus. Alright. Tome of Power. Okay, good. That's where I go to. Let's see. Bio Lightning. Yeah. Extermination probably wouldn't be too bad, but the Molten Beam would be a little bit... yeah. And then there we'll put the Inferno. Oh, you know what? I can actually... Misfortune, that's the one. Let's see. Oh. Actually. No, we'll put levitation there, which eventually we'll get to that. But some bolts that fall to the ground, creating repeat. Let's see, that should be 10%. There we go. Alright, should be...
Who are you, Thorn? You and your mysterious storm watchers? We will make you whole again. I have questions for you.
Oh yeah, he's missing his... straight up missing his leg. Cool. Astropath.
You have called for me, Inquisitor, and I am here to serve.
From now on, I will need you on the bridge, Astropath. Connect to your fellow astropaths in the choir of the Caligari Conclave, and pass me the messages which deal with priority assignments.
As you wish, Inquisitor.
So, astropaths, they're also psychers, or wizards, if you want to go that route of naming conventions. And their whole job is basically to be a living mailbox. Well, a living postal service, if you will. Accommodation desk. I don't have any accommodations. Cool. That's their whole job. They send messages, but it's not anything clear. I can get Cherub. Servo Skull. Auto task. Yeah, nothing in the 40K universe is all that pretty. I do like the look of that Inquisitor required. Okay. Yeah, we'll take the Commissar Servo Skull with us. I don't like the way that looks floating. Instead, we'll take the winged baby meat with us. Okay. Oh, I can buy stuff from her too. Nice. Nothing really any better than what we have. Okay, that's actually pretty decent. Minus 10 quality versus... So the one we have equipped is better. Let's see. Oh yeah. You know what? Do I have enough for that? I do have enough for it. What else have we got here? Ooh. Mind reset. Oh shit. I will definitely take that though. I think, yeah, I can afford that. And... so I shouldn't have put everything in storage because I can sell all this useless garbage now after I swap out my equipment. Well, my one piece of equipment I'm swapping out for. That is not my storage chest, that is. I probably should have spoken to her first because I'm probably not going to get a whole lot back for all of this, but you know, every little bit of I'm also going to unequip that just so I don't accidentally keep trying to equip it. So we can have that one equipped. Yeah, now we can sell everything. All common. Oh nice, I don't even have to manually select it. That is definitely a quality of life that I wish Diablo had. Oh, well shit. I guess we're gonna be kind of stuck there for now. Let's go ahead and we'll kind of take a look around what else I can do. So, heroic deeds, do I have any of those? Nope, I haven't gotten any of those. Morality, or no, character. Alright. I don't have anything regarding morality. But I do have 2 more points for passives that I can use. Alright. Reach level 13. Heat attacks. So this is definitely a lot more nuanced than what Diablo was, which I really do like. It's a lot more broken down and apart. And you know, I'm going to take that range damage bonus because we are a caster type. So we don't want to spend too much time hanging around anything. Yeah. Oh. Okay. So we're gonna have to kind of call it a day for now, because I was really misled by the re-download of all of this, which unfortunately did lose me all the characters I've had before. But it's been so long since I played this that I might end up being more so focused on 40k content altogether. So, looks like I said, 40k, it's my bread and butter of my knowledge and everything that I know and really geek out over. But I will for sure be continuing this tomorrow, hands down. And maybe after we finish this up, I'll do a playthrough or two on Mechanicus. But I'm really looking forward to getting my desktop back up and running. I do have upgraded power supply on the way to be able to make use of a better graphics card and some more RAM. All I have left to do after that is get a Wi-Fi adapter, since the space I'm at where I'm staying right now, I don't have access to hard cabling anything in. But I'll even go through a playthrough of Space Marine. I'll probably do all the Dawn of War games, and maybe even see if I can't get my hands on a copy of Fire Warrior. That would be really fun. One of the only 40k game that really has you taking control of a Tau instead of being the human side of things. But I'm really enjoying this. I forgot how much fun it was. It was one I picked up when it first came out, and I can really see a lot more of the nuanced updates and things like that they did, which I'm really happy about. It's a lot better than when I first started playing it. So yeah, we'll definitely be picking this up next time. But until tomorrow night, or if this does finish installing faster than I had thought, I might even continue playing it tonight. So keep a lookout if you're not already following me. Go ahead and hit that follow button in case I do resume the stream later, which I probably will. Not probably, I will, definitely. So once this is fully finished reinstalling, I will be back. I hope to see everybody again here in a little while. So until then, we'll just call it a streaming break, and we will just pick up, like I said, in probably about an hour and a half, and really get the ball rolling and finding where the martyr has gone and is at. So until then, stay safe and keep your mind clear and open for the forces of chaos.